Hey everybody, what's up? It's Josh here, back with another Kansas City Chiefs related video, and once again, I'm sorry to spring another live on you guys without really any notifications, but I really just wanted to do another one of these today because I enjoy talking to you guys so much and getting content out, and I wanted to do another mock draft tonight and have some fun, and also answer some questions to have another opportunity to host kind of a Q&A slash mock draft sort of thing. So I'm going to wait for some people to get in here, and then we will actually go ahead and do a quick little mock draft just for fun. And then we will answer some questions like I did last time because you guys seem to really enjoy that. So, like I said, excuse me, just going to wait for some more people to get in here and get into our mock. But yeah, what's up, guys? Status, Double DD, what's up? Yeah, we did get Orlando Brown. It was a great trade. I loved it. All right. Looks like we got a few people in here. Double DD, you mentioned the press conference was incredible. He's so down to earth. No, you're not wrong at all, because he said, because I listened to it and he said a lot of things that I liked. He mentioned the fact that he wants to protect Mahomes, and if not, he's not really doing his job. And just really emphasized that. And then he also talked about how him wanting to play left tackle is not a financial thing. It's not a money grab. That his dad always wanted him to play left tackle, and he wants to play left tackle in this league. And that if you were in his dad's family and you didn't play left tackle, well, then you were a failure. So he wants to play left tackle. And you know what? I totally get that. So I'm going to go ahead now, and I will share my screen. We'll go ahead and do another mock draft. So let me go ahead and pull up the PFF mock site. If you guys will just give me a chance real quick here. Yeah, I'm just going to pull up the simulator on PFF. Last time we used the Draft Network, so I want to go back to PFF this time around. We'll go ahead and do that. All right. I'll go ahead and share my window here. Share screen. Chrome tab. PFF. All right. Here you go. So you guys are now seeing my screen, and you'll see. Let me make sure. There we go. Now it's showing. All right. So we'll go ahead and select the Chiefs, of course, because we are all Chiefs fans here. At least I would hope. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do another one of these mocks. I'm really excited for this one because I'm cramming in my last minute kind of prospect film reviews, and I have a pretty good idea of who I want and what positions I want to target and where. So regulate the settings on PFF to where they're realistic. I always just went with the default ones, but if you want me to go back, I can always go back and do that. So here, I'll actually go back real quick, and I will adjust the settings so it's not so players like Creed Humphrey aren't available in like the fifth round, because I know it tends to do that. Just give it a second to load here. Sorry guys, my computer's a little low right now, but if you just give it a chance to load. All right, so I'm going to keep the speed there. Care for positional value. Randomness, we'll do less randomness. Draft for needs, a little bit less. Public versus PFF board. I guess I'll lean a little bit more PFF board because I'm sure the public makes some crazy picks on here sometimes. Care for positional value. We'll up that a little bit. Does that seem fair? I think that's a little bit better. Let me know if those settings seem fair. Or realistic, rather. Just shoot me a quick yes or no, and we'll go ahead and get started. I think that should be okay. Fair. All right. You guys think it's all right? All right. That being said, we'll go ahead and start. And we can always start with that and do another one if we don't like the results. So we'll go ahead and start. So yeah, hopefully this one's a little bit better. Because yeah, I totally know what you mean. The PFF like mock simulator just tends to have some crazy picks sometimes, and players sit for way too long. That really, yeah. LaMelo Ball says Jamin Davis will still be available in the 6th round. Yeah, it does that kind of stuff a lot. Ideally, I would like to get Jamin Davis with like one of our 2nd round picks if possible, but just depends on how the board falls. In real life, of course. All right, so Dyami Brown and Jamin Davis are both there. You guys know how I feel about Dyami Brown, but I've taken him so many times that I'm open to suggestions. Peyton Turner's there, Creed Humphrey's there. Melifonwu, Obi's brother. Know a lot of people like him. Joe Tryon is there. What do you guys think? I'll let you guys kind of control this one a little bit, but yeah, let me know. Who do we like here? Let me know if there's any positions you want to look at and that sort of thing. Dyami is the only viable option. Yeah, I mean, like, that's how I feel, but we've taken him so many times. But I mean, we do have the other 2nd round pick, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And then we could just pick whoever with the next one that we like. So getting some more people in here. What's up, guys? Yeah. Any other players you guys like here? I think I might go Dyami if no one makes a case. Yeah, Dyami is a realistic, but maybe Quinn. Yeah, Quinn. How do you say his name? Miners. Yeah. A lot of people like him. Although we could still go Creed Humphrey, who's pretty athletic with our next pick if he's still there. But yeah, I think I'll go ahead and pick Dyami just because I like him so much, and most people seem to like him too. I mean, like I said, he's the perfect X receiver for this offense. I mean, he does all the little things well. He'll have some frustrating plays, but he's perfect for a vertical passing offense. And I really like the guy. He's got the size I want. He's got, downfield, he's a vertical threat, the ability to get downfield at the snap of a finger. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and take Dyami Brown. You guys knew I was going to pick him. All right. Oh, Quinn Miners is gone. So is Joe Tryon. So a couple good players off the board now. I would have liked Joe Tryon there. Jamin Davis is there. Melifonwu. Creed Humphrey's there. What do you guys think of it? I might take Creed Humphrey. We could also go edge. Let's see. Who do we like at edge? Let me go ahead and set it to edge. Where's edge? There we go. Rashad Weaver, Deo from Vanderbilt. Shakatoni. This is kind of what we're looking at right now. Yeah, really towards the top of the board is what I like. Jamin Davis, Jamar Johnson, Creed Humphrey, Melifonwu. Let's see. What do you guys like? I wouldn't go center here unless it's Landon. I mean, I like Landon, but the dude can't stay healthy. You guys like Creed, Jamin Davis. I like Jamin Davis a lot. I've been taking him a lot too. I honestly think Jamin Davis has a little bit more potential than Jabril Cox, to be honest. A lot of people like Jabril Cox, but I've watched Jabril Cox's film. He's strictly a coverage guy. I mean, he's great at coverage and he's great at what he does, but I think Jamin Davis has more potential as an all-around linebacker. He's a little bit more raw than Jabril, though. Yeah, Landon. Yeah, you're right, Double DD. Landon's medicals are. Ugh. And Brett Veach even said in his press conference that players with bad medicals, they kind of tend to take off their board a little bit. So, like guys like Walker Little from Stanford, yeah, I can't see the Chiefs going for a guy like that. Yeah, I think I'll probably go. I might flip a coin for Jamin and Creed here, because Creed would be great for the offensive line, but Jamin Davis, I really do like him. but I'll give it a few more seconds to see if anyone else has any input. If not, I think I'll go ahead and take Davis. Dyami Brown and Jamin Davis would be like my ideal first two picks. I would absolutely love that, man. I mean, that would be perfect. I don't know if it's all that realistic and if Dyami Brown will even be there. I think Jamin Davis will be there for their first, second round pick at least, but Double DD says Creed. You know what? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab a coin and we're gonna do a coin flip between Jamin Davis and Creed Humphrey, and I'll put myself back on camera so you guys can see it. So I don't lie. All right, let me put myself back on camera here. Okay, I got a quarter right here. Heads, if you can see that, and we got tails on the back here. We'll do heads is Jamin Davis, tails is Creed Humphrey. All right, does that sound good? Heads is Jamin Davis, tails is Creed Humphrey, and I'll show you guys what I get. Ready for this? 3, 2, 1. Heads is Jamin Davis, tails is Creed Humphrey. I got heads. We're going Jamin Davis, guys. That's probably who I was going to go with anyways. I do like Creed Humphrey, though. Don't get me wrong. I really do like him, but Jamin Davis is a good pick. I mean, you can't really go wrong with either one. I understand the logic behind either, so we'll go Jamin Davis. Yeah, Jamin is good against the run. He's also got potential in coverage, too. I mean, he's a fluid athlete. I like him a lot. Now, with our 4th round pick here, this is where I kind of tend to go defensive back. Could go edge, too, but I like some of the later round edges. We'll have to see how the board falls, though. Still got a bunch of teams picking before us. I could honestly see us trading up from our 4th round pick, so we're not waiting like 80 picks until we pick again. I could totally see that. Maybe package one of our 5ths too to move up. All right. So some good players went off the board around here. Tyree Gillespie, Tamarion Terry, Marquez Stevenson went. Yeah. So we got Benjamin St-Juste. Wow, the board is pretty this is interesting. Cornell Powell, DeMar Hamlin, David Moore, the guard from Grambling State. A lot of people like him. He's pretty underrated. Marco Wilson. I might go Benjamin St-Juste. We've taken him a lot though. What do you guys think? I'll go ahead and scroll down the board for you guys once again so you can see who's available. Yeah, we could trade back. We could. I wouldn't want to trade back too far, but we could get a couple picks. So we're at pick 144. We could trade back with the Jets to pick 146. That's how this works, right? Or how does this work? I always forget how this works. All right, so those are the rest of our picks, and we can offer them up. So I could give them pick 144, and we get pick 154 and 186. Or we could go, I don't know. Let's see what the Texans have. Texans got pick 147. Actually, we'll go to a team that would actually have they're not going to trade up 5 spots. We'll go with the Bengals. Where are the Bengals at? Bengals. I don't really like what the Bengals still got in this draft. Eagles. Eagles got some picks. We could offer them pick 144 for pick 150 and pick 189. Let's see. They took the trade. Cool. So we traded back a little bit. We'll take pick 150, and we'll also pick up pick 189 in the process. Yeah, but again, though, status, I've taken St-Juste so many times, these mock drafts are becoming redundant. And this is a deep defensive back class, so, it's not a huge loss. Elijah Griffin is still there. Everyone knows that I like him. Shakur Brown, I know you guys like him too. Crazy production. Marco Wilson already went, but that's okay. And then we could also take a look at safety here. Damar Hamlin, that would be a good one too. Yeah, I would like either of those, Elijah Griffin or Damar Hamlin. Let me know. What do you guys like here? We can always trade back again too, but we don't want too many rookies on the team. I'll take a look at the overall board to see who all is available though. David Moore's still there. Derek Barnes, the linebacker from Purdue, if we really wanted to go there. Trill Williams. How about that? Oh, Drew Dahlman is there. I like Drew Dahlman. Hey, we could go Drew Dahlman and get our center of the future. I think he'll need a year to learn behind Austin Blythe, but Drew Dahlman could be a good starting center in the NFL. What do you guys think about Drew Dahlman? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Drew Dahlman, excuse me. Gavin just subscribed. Appreciate that a lot. He says, keep up the good work. Really appreciate that again because yeah, we're doing good stuff over here. Drew Dahlman or James Wiggins? Yeah, looks like a lot of you guys like Drew Dahlman. I think I'll go Drew Dahlman because he's got good technique. Plays with he has good play strength. He might not be ready from day one, but if he adds some strength to his lower half, I think he'll be a good starting NFL center. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and take Drew Dahlman, and that will be our offensive line pick of the draft. I really like that pick right there. And then we also picked up, what was it? Pick 190 from who I forget who we traded with. Was it the Eagles? I think it was the Eagles. Yeah. All right. Now we can take a look at edge, I think, or DB. Elijah Griffin is still there. Let's see who's available at the edge. You guys know how I feel about Patrick Jones from Pittsburgh, and you always seem to be able to get him fairly late in these mock drafts, so keep an eye on him. Dalen Hayes as well. You guys know that I like Dalen Hayes, that have been here for a while. Shaka Toney. Yeah, we could go him too. He's a good athlete as well. And I'll give you guys a quick look at the board so you can see who all is still available. Kind of at the top according to PFF's board here. I'll give you a chance. Chauncey Golston. There's some good edges available here, guys. Chauncey Golston, Shaka Toney, Patrick Jones. We could go with a DB with our pick 181. Look at safety. All right, we'll take a look at safety. Yeah, and keep in mind that I also have pick 181, and we might still be able to get Elijah Griffin there if we don't take him this time, if you guys like him. I'll take a look at safety, though. Sean Davis from Florida, Jamian Sherwood from Auburn. Derek Forrest will be available later. Jacoby Stevens, we could get him later, too. Richard LeCount, Paris Ford, those are all good later round safeties. It looks like we get them later. Status, I know you wanted to see the safeties, so I'm thinking we might be able to wait a little bit later and get one of these guys, maybe with our next pick. I think that would actually be fantastic. Let me know. Yeah, we don't need safety as much as other positions, but I would like to upgrade the third safety spot and maybe get you just another defensive back for Spags to play with. We need at least one. Get Stevens. I think we'll be able to get. I mean, according to PFS board, I think we'll be able to get Stevens with our next pick. So here we could go edge. I'm gonna go edge here. I think. I mean, and I apologize if Stevens goes off the board, but I don't think he will. I think I'll go Shaka Toney with our pick 175 here because I like him. Good edge prospect. Elijah Griffin went. That's okay. That's okay. Because guess who we're getting? Paris Ford went. So we missed out on Paris Ford, but guess who we're getting? Jacoby Stevens. I think that would be a great pick right here. I really want to click that draft Jacoby Stevens button. Let me know. Are we all on board with Jacoby Stevens? Everyone shoot me a quick yes or no. Are we cool with Jacoby Stevens? I think that'd be a really nice high upside safety pick. Like I said, another defensive back for Spags to play with. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, we could get Shakur Brown later on as well. I think he'll probably still be available. Also, sorry if you hear like a motorcycle in the background. Someone just started one up. Yeah, I think we'll go Jacoby Stevens here. I like that pick. A lot of people seem to like him as well. And we got pick 189. Is this where we want to go Shakur Brown? Because this is our last pick of the draft. Or did he go already? Oh, he went to the Jets. I didn't even notice. Ah, that sucks. Any other corners we like? Bryce Thompson from Tennessee. Antonio Phillips. Oh, Keith Taylor from Washington. Oh, how do you guys feel about Keith Taylor? We could go him here. Looks like he's still available. I'm not sure how realistic that is, but what about Keith Taylor from Washington? How do you guys feel about him? Status, I know you like RGR football, and Ryan is pretty high on Keith Taylor, so. Marquez Stevenson's not available anymore. He went like 4 rounds ago. And I really do like Marquez Stevenson too, though. Jacoby over Keith. We already took Jacoby, though, so we can do both. Damar Hamlin. Let me see if he's still up there. I think Damar Hamlin went already. But it's okay. We already took a safety with our last pick. But yeah, Keith Taylor's there. I'm pretty tempted to take him. Let me know. What wide receivers are still available? Paris Ford already went. Sorry about that, Jared. Yeah, Keith Taylor, he can play the robber role. I'll go ahead and check wide receiver, but I think if no one else, I'll go Keith Taylor. Wide receiver, Jacob Harris, Shi Smith, Austin Watkins, Trey Walker from San Jose State. I know he's pretty fast. Yeah, it's kind of what we're looking at. Frank Darby, Daz Newsome, if we really wanted to. We could get Dyami Brown's teammate and bring him in. Double DD says I should go Keith Taylor. I think I'll go Keith Taylor probably. Either Daz or Keith. Well, we already picked up a receiver and we haven't picked up a cornerback. Not to reach for need or anything, although I wouldn't consider Keith Taylor a need. Or I mean a reach, excuse me. He is a need. Don't get me wrong. Let's see. I'll go ahead and take Keith Taylor. And then we'll go ahead and review our mock, which I think we did really well. Let's see. Where is he? There he is. Perfect. Got a new outside corner that can tackle. Sounds good to me. Less Charvarius Ward snaps. Don't get me wrong. Charvarius Ward is solid, but you could certainly do better. Oh, yeah, and then we picked up the other 6th round pick. Or no, this is our own, I think. I don't know. I know we made a trade or whatever. So we still. Yeah. Okay, so we still had this pick. So this one I could go Daz Newsome. Yeah, screw it. We're going Daz Newsome. Bring in Dyami Brown's teammate. Because I don't think he got taken yet. Oh, no. 49ers took him. I waited too long. How about Trey Walker? I know people like him. He's pretty fast. Could be a developmental slot receiver. Let's see who else is still there. I totally forgot we had this last pick, guys. Noah Gray, the tight end from Duke. He's got some upside. Larry Borum, the tackle from Missouri. As a Mizzou fan, I really like Larry Borum. He has the potential to be a sneaky good tackle in the league if we wanted to get some depth there. Patrick Jones, the edge, is still there. I might go Patrick Jones. Yeah, I'm not a big Ward fan either, guys. Don't trust me. Josh Bledsoe from Missouri is awesome. Yeah, I like Josh Bledsoe again because I'm a Mizzou fan. I really like Josh Bledsoe. I like both. I like both the Mizzou safeties. I like Gillespie better than Bledsoe, but Bledsoe ain't bad either. I thought Bledsoe gave up too many more big plays than Gillespie in college, but he still held his own against some of the better players in the SEC last year. Like I remember, I think Bledsoe only allowed like one catch to Terrace Marshall in the LSU game, and he was the one who had the batted down pass on Terrace Marshall at the goal line to win the game for Mizzou. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, Charlie, I think I'm gonna go Patrick Jones here. Yeah, Lamella says the same thing. Patrick Jones too good to pass on. I agree. As much as I would like to add another receiver too, I mean Brett Veach seemed pretty high on Antonio Callaway and Pringle. So yeah, I'll go Patrick Jones. I think PFF, their little grading machine, will like that pick too. Even though I would never expect Patrick Jones to be available this late. I mean, maybe he could. I don't know, but I mean, I really like the guy. So, but yeah, that's our last pick right there. And then we'll go ahead and review the draft, and then I'll get started answering questions for you guys that have questions. We could do another Q&A for a little bit if you all are interested, maybe for about 15 minutes or so. But yeah, go ahead and put your questions in there and comments on the draft. So here's our draft. Dyami Brown at pick 58. Jamin Davis, pick 63. They dressed wide receiver and linebacker. Then we got Drew Dahlman, a potential starting center of the future, at pick 150. Then we traded back with the Eagles, or we traded with the Eagles, got pick 150, pick 189, and we gave them pick 144. Took Shaka Toney with pick 175, Jacoby Stevens, pick 181, really shoring up the defense with these later round picks. Keith Taylor from Washington, new outside corner. Patrick Jones, probably the best value pick of all of these. And they gave our draft a B+. So, yeah, I really like that pick or that draft a lot. I think we had a nice haul. I would be super happy with this in real life. And I think this is actually one of my better mocks, one of my best ones yet. Yeah, I mean, those are some guys that can contribute in my mind. So, yeah, let's go ahead and, well, I'll go ahead and answer some questions and comments and stuff like that. If you guys want to go ahead and shoot them in. But IDK says, day one of asking Josh not to take Dyami every mock. I know, man. It's so hard. Like I said, it's like when you go to McDonald's and you look at the menu, knowing damn well you're going to get the same thing that you get every time, or any fast food restaurant for that matter. But yeah, Dyami Brown is just so good, man. And just everyone likes him, because if I don't pick him, everyone's like, well, you're stupid for not picking Dyami Brown. Jared says the draft looks sexy. I agree. Hayden says Jamin Davis won't go all the way to pick 63. I mean, I don't see why he couldn't be there. I mean, like, no, I think a team might fall in love with the upside and take him before pick 63. But at the same time, I think he's been over drafted a little bit in some of these mocks. Like I've seen Jamin Davis go in like the first round in some mock drafts. Jamin Davis isn't a first round linebacker. I think he'll be a good linebacker, but it's not. I mean, I don't think it's unreasonable to think he'll be there at pick 63 or even pick 58. Like I think he can be there. There's a good chance he'll be there, but yeah. Sada says we should trade next year's first at pick 32 for someone in the mid 30s this year. 3 picks in the first top 64. Yeah, and you could trade. You could maybe package 2 of those and maybe move up again if you wanted to. Maybe Terrace Marshall is still there and they really want him. But honestly, I would hope they keep the first round pick for next year. Don't give up any more assets for this draft unless it's like a 5th or a 6th or whatever next year. Because like I remember last draft they traded like one of this year's like 7th or 6th or something like that to move up and get Bo Peep Keys. Like a pick like that would be fine. But and also the draft is in Kansas City next year, and I would kind of like the Chiefs to have a first round pick when they actually host the draft. Either Cox or Davis will be available. Yeah, I agree. I think both of them will be available around there. Grant Stewart from Houston. Yeah, I've seen him mock to the Chiefs a little bit as of recently too. If we couldn't get Dyami Brown, I would be happy with Daz Newsome. Yeah, although there are a little bit of different receivers. Like Daz Newsome is more of a slot guy, which is fine. But the Chiefs need an X, and if they can't get Dyami Brown, I would like them to get an X receiver before they get Daz Newsome, if that makes sense. Any chance you see Bateman falling to the top 15 of the second round? To be honest, I don't see Bateman making it out of the first round. It's possible. Maybe if a team is like higher on Dyami than they are on Bateman, maybe Dyami gets taken first and then Bateman falls down the board a little bit. Potentially, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to rule anything out. It's the NFL draft, but I wouldn't put money on it, no. Wide receiver that you think will fall? That's a good question. Man, honestly, Terrace Marshall might fall a little bit. And that's because I think, like I said, because he has like some leg injuries, and Dan Harms mentioned this in the RGR live. If any of you guys were tuned in for that, like he could end up falling a little bit, just depending on if some teams are higher on, like I said, Dyami Brown. Because like for me, Dyami Brown, like I'm super high on Dyami Brown. There might be another team that feels the same way about Brown that I do. That's like, hey, we just want this guy over Terrace Marshall. That could happen, but you'd have to give me a few minutes to think about it, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to give me a few minutes to think about that one, but that is a good question, Hayden. I watch your videos and I've done my picks, but never posted them, but love the picks you did. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. I think we came out with a really good haul on this one, and I loved the move of trading back. Trayvon Grimes with our last pick. Yeah, it's possible. The draft is here in KC. I thought it was in Las Vegas. Next year, 2022, the draft will be in KC. So I'm saying I would like them to have a first-round pick for that one. Not a huge deal if they can get someone that they think is good. Then, hey, go for it. But, yeah. Who would be your dream scenario for wide receiver in the second? Dyami Brown. You guys know that by now. I love Dyami Brown. But if it's not Dyami Brown, I don't know. Maybe an Amon-Ra. I'm not sure. I do like Amon-Ra. I think he's more of a third rounder than a second rounder, but I think there's a little bit more of a talent drop off than people think at the wide receiver position. But we'll see. I've been hearing a lot. Actually, well, I think it is a deep wide receiver class. Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about like an X receiver. Chiefs got to get one of those. I've been hearing a lot of people saying Orlando Brown Jr. won't be good at pass blocking coming from a run-heavy team. What do you think? Okay, so I actually asked this to Kevin Ostreicher from the Locked On Ravens podcast and the Ravens Wire a couple videos ago. It's called Baltimore Perspective of Orlando Brown Trade, and I asked him that specific question. He's like, he shouldn't have an issue. He's good in pass protection. It's just there's this notion that he's not going to be a good pass blocker because he comes from a run-heavy team. Whereas, like, if the Ravens were a pass-heavy team, Orlando Brown's perception doesn't really change all that much. He's good in both. Is he a good run blocking left tackle? For sure. That's what he's used to, but he is not bad at all in pass blocking either. And you've seen the stats by now. He had 389 pass blocking snaps last year with Baltimore and didn't allow a single sack. So check out Darren Hall, cornerback. He's good in my opinion. Yes, I will have to check him out. And like I said, if you guys want me to check out any prospects, leave them in the comments. What about Jonathan Adams from Arkansas State or Tamarion Terry, FSU? My sleepers running back. Jared Dokes from Cincinnati. Haven't looked in too much to Jonathan Adams. Tamarion Terry, I mean, that dude's like, 6'3" and runs a 4.3 40. There's just questions about his injuries and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, dude's good with contested catches. Love Tamarion Terry. I don't think DK Metcalf would fall to us in 2019 and we passed for Trash McCole. Yeah, it happens. People get caught up too much in the pro days and that sort of thing, and it sucks, but what are you going to do? We've beaten that horse to death. If we sign Julio, I think Tyreek is probably gone in a couple of years. Well, actually, we wouldn't be signing Julio. We would be trading for Julio, and Julio is the one that would be gone in a couple of years. If the Chiefs traded for Julio, it would be an all-in move, but it would be a 2-year rental, essentially. A 2 or a 3-year rental. He has, 3 seasons left on his deal, something like that. The Chiefs wouldn't sign him after that. They'd absolutely be able to keep Tyreek Hill, but Julio would just be pushing your chips to the middle of the table. Who do you think, or who do I think won the Orlando Brown? Or what do you think about the Orlando Brown trade? Yeah, great trade. Like I said, I loved it. Great deal for both sides. Although some people are saying that, like I saw PFF released a video on Twitter this morning. They were like, bad trade for Kansas City. Like seriously, they got an all-pro left tackle at 24 years old, essentially for their first round pick. And they got a second round pick back in the trade too. That's a huge win. They only gave up one top 100 pick for Orlando. St. Brown is overrated. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that a little bit. He doesn't have top end speed that the Chiefs would like, but he's someone that could replace a little bit of what Sammy Watkins does too. Imagine Anthony Schwartz on this team. Yeah, good late round prospect, very fast. Just did a mock next year. Traded next year's first pick for 28, got Terrace Marshall, Cox, and Peyton Turner. That would be a good haul. Andy, too scared of having an X receiver, never draws up any jump balls for 50-50. I think some of that you have to consider is because do you think they've, had an X receiver in the past that they felt comfortable drawing up a bunch of 50-50 balls for? I don't know. I would have to go back and chart the snaps and see how many times they actually did that, but I really hope they do add an X though. Do you think we should bring back Le'Veon Bell? Yeah, I made a video on that yesterday, Hayden. If you want to go watch it, I said I wouldn't be opposed to it, and I thought they didn't give Le'Veon Bell a really fair opportunity, and they kind of owe it to him to let him run behind this new offensive line because this is the kind of offensive line that Le'Veon Bell can thrive behind. Luke Farrell, UDFA tight end. Luke Farrell. Remind me, is that the Duke guy? Is that the Duke tight end? Remind me, because if that is, I agree with you. But I'm mixing up my tight ends all of a sudden. Yeah, I agree. I would totally trade McColl and picks for Julio. I wouldn't really trade McColl for Julio because, even though I bagged on McColl a ton, if he was still in the slot on this offense that included Julio and Tyreek, I would love to see that still. And also, like I said in my Julio video, excuse me, sorry. I was zoned out there for a second. The Falcons already have a receiver similar to McColl and Calvin Ridley. So EDC trades 24-year-old Pro Bowl tackle in his prime to a team his quarterback calls kryptonite, and somehow people think we lost the trade. I know, it's ridiculous. The only negative to the trade is that we have to pay Orlando Brown rather soon, but who cares? You got an all-pro left tackle. Pay him what he's worth. Ohio State, that's right. Yeah, people do like him. Yeah. The Ohio State tight end, and I don't think they utilize their tight end very much anyways, Luke Farrell, so he's kind of fallen down the draft boards a little bit. Hey, if he wants to come here as a UDFA, sure, why not? Maybe Tommy Tremble in round 3 or 4. Yeah, him or Kenny Yeboah. Yeah, thank you. Duke tight end is Noah Gray. Appreciate that. I do like Noah Gray as well. I think he's got some upside as a receiving tight end. Not a great blocker, but he could learn behind Travis Kelce, maybe be a solid tight end too one day. But yeah, looks like we're kind of dry on questions now, which is fine. We're ending at about the time I wanted to. It's 8:30. Been on for over half an hour now. So I appreciate you guys joining me again tonight, asking questions and everything. It's so much fun having you guys in here, and we're really building the fan base here. So like I said, make sure you like, share, subscribe so I can get more Chiefs fans to find this. We can build our community and continue to do fun stuff like this. And make sure you check out my work on showmefootball.com and Arrowhead Addict. But that's pretty much all I got. I'll answer a couple of your last second questions, but then I'll log off. How many good years do you think Kelce still has left? Probably 3 to 4, playing at the level that he is now. Trading McColl and Julio and picks for Julio is more NBA-esque than NFL. Yeah. You don't see player trades a whole lot. Do you think we can trade back in the first round? Probably not. I'm not a fan of it either. I'd rather keep the 2 seconds. I'd be fine trading maybe up into the second, but not back into the first. I say trade 4th and 5th. They get back in the 3rd. It's possible. I don't think they can get back into the 3rd with their 4th and 5th, but maybe into the earlier 4th, which is fine with me. Pringle, McColl. Yeah, unfortunately. And on return duties too. And then Alpha, I'll take your last one here. Been here since you had 200 subs, growing fast. Congrats. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's crazy. I had a 300 subscriber spike in a week. It's been amazing. So appreciate the support, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Like I said, make sure you smash that like button, share, and subscribe, and hope to see you all next time. Peace.